Alright, hey guys, back here Bracelet today. We are back here with a new series season here on the 2025 year. This will be the last full series running on the year and could be one of the last main ones ever, excluding the year-long format next year and the planned secondary series. But yes, we're back here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the opening of the COT season. And I've actually been wanting to run a COT series for a little bit this year. On 2003, last time I ran a COT series on this game was back in 2022. Jay Turner ended up winning that championship. And we also ran a diecast one, stop motion racing last year, one of my last full stop motion seasons. Jalen Bounds was the champion in that series season. So going to this series today here, this will, like I said, will be the last series of the year. We're also into the final 10 races of the Cup Series season. I'll go say this. I actually ran this race yesterday already, recording this just after the Cup race, and I plan to edit and upload this tomorrow morning before I go to the store, because I'm not going to have time to edit and upload it today after I'm done recording, so I can go to work tonight. But anyway, just want to go get a bit of a recording out of the way for this race. Also, this will likely be the second to last broadcast on the channel for a recording of a race at my current house before I move, because Darlington in the 7500 that'll be next week, and that is the last planned broadcasted race for the Cup Series at my current house. And I do hopefully I'll be able to record at least broadcast 2 more races this year when I move. But I'm gonna see how that all ends up playing out. So on the poll today is Eli Johnson, and sorry I can't really get a good view there. We got a good views card now. Eli Johnson will be on the poll here in this one today. You have Jay Turner starting second. Jalen Turner, Anaya Ferris in the 20. So Anaya is actually under the name Nia J in the Cup Series and the other series we've had. And I might figure out I have a real name on the 20 car here in this field here today in this one. You have Cameron Perkins, then Cam Spinner, William Bounds, and Jalen Bounds. Jalen just became a 5-time champion last week in CRL. Third most championships, with winning CRL 96 last week on Friday in Atlanta. You have Nick Owes who'll be in 18. Then Rick Johnson had a good qualifying run in 34 today. Megan Bell, Brady C, Caleb Campbell, Riley Pope in his first full CRL series. We have a good few new debuts of full CRL series drivers in this season as well. Just some of the newer drivers who will likely be running Xfinity next year. Just getting a little bit more experience here in the field. Jet Turner in the number 9. Trinity Wells in the 12. Trinity, she had a third place points finish in the 96 series, actually, at the end of the season there. Emma Bartlett, she was 4th in the standings there. Really good run for her. So close again today to her first Cup win at Nashville. That win is coming. I just need the game to finally not screw her over. And know if she does win next week at Darlington, she might be the points leader, because she's now 7 points behind Jalen Bounds going into Darlington. And I just messed up the cameras there. Alex Hartman in 19. Kiera Strickland, this is her first full CRL series. Caitlin Calicio, then Joshua Bartlett, then Connor Little and Alexis Fraser. This is their first full CRL series season. Of course, Lexi got her first win at Portland in the Cup Series the week after I did my most recent broadcast for Cup at Indianapolis. And, she ran good Chicagoland and almost won Nashville today, actually, too. And then got taken out late in the race because the game made me take her out on accident for no reason. Grant Green also back in the 43 car, then Gracie Bartlett in the 6. Now, I do have Gracie on a pretty good rating set, but I feel like the game is just messing her up for some reason right now. Carly C in the 7. You have Ivy Noble in the 47. He is the younger brother to Anaya Ferris. So that is one new sibling too. And within all of the my Campbell side of the family, my dad's side of the family, basically all the group of cousins now, basically every single one that has been old enough or is old enough is in the league now, basically in CRL. And finally, LaTanya Gray rounds out the field here in today's race. So we'll go ahead and get the cars rolling off here, and we'll get racing here at Lamar Speedway. 82 laps here today. And yeah, this is the newer Atlanta course too, so you could expect maybe the draft to come into play here a little bit. But I will say too, don't expect it all the way, because they will still spread out in this game. Plus too, it's really hard for the AI to really actually wreck a lot. Obviously too, you see now a lot. So don't be surprised if this race goes caution-free today, and I don't talk a lot either, because I'll get tired of talking when there ain't crap going on in the race. But yeah, getting ready for the race here today in this one. And like I said, Eli will be on the floor in this one. Eli, he actually had a solid run in the CRL 96 at the end of the season. I've got top 10 things. I forgot exactly where he was, but he did end up winning Bristol there in that one. He won a COT race in COT series in this game last year too, so he knows how to win these cars. Also, Eli is the winningest driver without a career championship And one of my biggest hopes on the season is that we will get a new champion, like probably a Gracie and winning again. I wouldn't mind some of the other winners winning again. I just don't want to hear Jalen to dominate all season out again, once again here, just so that way there's more opportunity for other drivers. Heck, Lexi could be an upset here if she runs good. Jalen Turner could get her second. Or maybe Trinity Wells, and because she ran really good in 96 series. That was her first full series. So we'll see how this goes here throughout the season here. I feel like the Hendrick cars will be good, the SHR cars will be strong, and Roush will be strong, and we'll see how everybody else does stack up. Especially Toyota. I'm not sure how Toyota would do in this one. But anyway, come to the green flag here. Eli Johnson will lead us off here, and we are racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Alright, Eli leading off start here very, very easily in this one. And, yeah, so I think, I forget how Atlanta does run this game a little bit with some stuff here, but we'll see if Eli can keep the lead here in this one. So I will go give the note too. Usually the AI cars run better on the high line here, as Caleb is in the middle right there. Middle track, Caleb is actually kind of trying to move through the field. But yeah, so the high lane is a bit more of an advantage for the AI cars here. However, for some reason, you see right here a little bit, they start to check up a little bit on the bottom right there. And yeah, they just can't run the bottom good. But here's one thing about Caleb 48. He can run the bottom really good here on Atlanta because of that. As long as he is not with the AI cars. So Caleb Campbell, he is making his moves already early on as Eli leads. And yeah, he is already challenging for the top 5 here a lot too. That 48 car looking fast here early on Atlanta Motor Speedway. Like I said, yeah, just using the bottom lane to his advantage. That's a big advantage 48 has here. And the AI, they're a little lower rated right now too on the difficulty, so it might be a little easy for 48 to get to the lead here. We'll see if there is a bit of a battle here in the race today. But yeah, Caleb is looking very strong at home. And fun fact too, so far this year on this Atlanta, Caleb is undefeated. He is 2-0. Won the Truck Series finale here and won race 3 in Cup here. And of course, we'll have this round here. This is the third race here. We'll have one more run here. Later on in the Cup Series season. Atlanta is the second to last race on the season, race round number 30 on the season. And we'll probably see another driver win here, but yeah, Caleb definitely keeping it unbeaten at home as he takes the lead from Eli Johnson already on lap number 4. And yeah, we will also be seeing pissed off this race at least once here on the fuel window. So no fuel games here that will mess the field up. Yeah, Caleb Campbell now in the lead early on Atlanta. Eli second, and Nia is actually sitting in third. Pretty good so far. This will be a series where I'll be interested to see how she does. She ran solid in the last B Martin X season. I believe she was a rookie in that too. Didn't really get great runs in the trucks or the 96 series. And really should be knocking on the door of top 20 in the Cup points. She was running well today in Nashville too, but then got messed up in the last race after I wrecked out actually because she hit me and I flipped. And yeah, unfortunately she did not get a good finish. You know, explaining that too, the top 5 contenders in the points in the Cup and for the Cup Series, they all had issues in Nashville. Jalen ended up DNFing because of Kate Summers basically messed the whole race up. She had wrecked the lap 1. She drove up into the lap 1 and caused the wreck. I was started in the back. She was in the back too. So yeah, after that wreck had happened, Kate was just really slow. And then there was a random caution on pit road. I don't really know what the caution was. I thought it was probably me, but she didn't DNF before the caution even came out. But yeah, so I don't know what caused the caution there on pit stop, so I had pitted. The game gave me an unfair penalty because I had pitted right when the caution came out. And I should have been able to pit because they let the other AI cars pit with no penalty. But you know, that's how the game does me sometimes. And yeah, so caution came out, and after that it was just a crap show from there. I basically almost came back, was trying to get a good finish at least and not try to win the race. I was trying to see if I could help anyone else pass Megan Bellion because Megan looked unbeatable at the end somehow. When she got to the lead and the lap cars were helping her on the restarts, nobody could really pass her. I think Kirsten managed to pass me near the end. I thought Lexi was going to win the race there too. And then she ended up getting wrecked by me on accident in the final wreck there. So, because whenever I run the bottom lane there on Nashville, I'm able to get just under the AI to run good, but sometimes the car just keeps going in a little too hard, not as hard as I'm intending to go in on Nashville, and then it just causes a wreck, of course, with me, and it makes me look like I'm a washed-up Kyle Busch, basically, which that does tick me off. I was really mad, especially mad for Emma that race, because Emma Bartlett, she should at least have won one or two of the Cup races so far this year, and she has not had a single win. She's in championship contention. And this is now just a rain for the current Cup Series because of what's going on there. But, yeah, so she should have won that race tonight today in Nashville. Instead, got screwed over. Still finished the race higher than some of the other top 5 drivers in the points. Jace was up there, too, running well. Looked like he could have gone for the win. Lexi was up there, too, with me early on. They had driven through the field after Kate Summers' wreck. And I was right up there with Emma. Me and Emma were going back and forth for the lead a good bit. And, yeah, Emma Barley probably should have won the race at Nashville today. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I am glad Megan Bell did get her first Cup win finally, but that was really Emma's race right there for her to get the win in. But you know, NR2003 decided to just not let it happen once again, which you know that just ticked me off once again. You know, last week at Chicagoland, it was almost the same thing that had ticked me off too, funny enough, because I thought Jalen Turner was going to easily win. Next thing you know, Brady C had a good speed run. Kierton and Jalen Turner once again had a good speed run with Megan Bell, but they couldn't pass her, or Kierton passed her at one point, and she was able to pass him back very easily. And then yeah, just but Jalen was able to pass Brady back at Chicago last week. Yeah, it was I've been a little ticked off because the winners that I want to see winning are not winning. And that is how it goes with racing too a good bit. But yeah, just wish it went a little bit different some ways there, like in those Cup races so far. Yeah, Caleb is leading early on here in this one in Atlanta right now. Jace Turner running in second here in this one. Eli Cam Spinner is running up here right now. Spinner, 3 wins on a CRL 96. And he was 15th in the standings. And fun fact, that is the most wins for a driver outside of the top, to finish outside of top 10 in the standings in any of the NR2003 by Cell series, not in year-long format, with NR2003 currently running there. Because I think Lexi will probably get the record for the lowest points finish with a win, despite being part-time right now. Also, too, I am still kind of looking at a roster, because if I do have Lexi run on my team, I'll probably have her be my Xfinity driver, because I do want to run, if I do the Xfinity stuff, I want to run a part-time car on my team that will let like me, JJ, Jalen, and Trini run part-time races, and maybe there's another new driver I could end up getting next year, not that I don't know of yet, maybe. I'll probably get them as well. Or, have Lexi run the full-time Xfinity car and go for the championship. Because I want to see if one of my cars can win the championship there. Yeah, no, definitely that'll be really fun too. Just, gotta get all that stuff started, really set up here pretty soon. But yeah, so that's really all I gotta say about that. And I'm gonna take a quick break in my voice and go, turn this dryer off real quick with my clothes in it. And, I'll, be back here in a few moments for the race. Alright, not gonna lie, I just purposely skipped a big old chunk of lives here in Atlanta. So, yeah, like I said, you know, don't expect a lot of cautions with the cars here sometimes, because the game just doesn't have sometimes. Yeah, so we're 23 laps in, and, yeah, Kale Cable's still in the race lead here, then Eli Joss is currently in second. Yeah, and I'm trying to actually go, okay, computer, can you just actually let me do the scroller right? Okay, there we go. So, yeah, Caleb in the lead here, Eli second, Chase Spinner third, Nia Ferris in fourth, Caleb Spinner your top 5. They've actually all broken away from the field here. You got Jalen Turner and a whole host of other cars here. Megan Bell, Cameron Perkins doing good. And fun fact too about Megan winning today, she's only the 2nd driver to be born outside the U.S. to get a win on the Cup level in the CRL for the Cup Series. Cam Spinner obviously was the other one that did that back in 2023 in the Southern 500, which next week we are running the Southern 500. So that's another interesting little tidbit there. But yeah, great job once again Megan on getting the win. Like I said, I just really wish that Emma would have won before she did, but that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, still really good for Megan to get a win though here. William Bell 17 car. You know, William, I'm really he's actually been running it pretty decent lately. Just hasn't really had a lot of great finishes to show for it, and I'm really looking to try to go for a change here in this series here, as he's currently running just out of top 10 in this race right now. And yeah, you got basically, this is basically the main pack of all the cars here right now. Grace Barling here. You got Alexis Fraser on backfield. So like I said, she won her first Cup race at Portland a few weeks ago. And one thing I will say about Lexi is I do want her to run on my team next year full time. It's going to depend on if I do talk to her a lot next year with, you know, things changing with my work and stuff like that. That's really where I'm kind of haven't gotten a whole decision in yet. Like I said, you know, maybe my Xfinity car, because I do want to try to have a driver going for the Xfinity title on my team next year. And, you know, just trying to get that field a little bit decent on the roster there, as well as a bunch of the newer drivers that I have. But yeah, right now, Lexi is actually just outside the top 20 in this race here. And she does have a good shot at the title here, being one of the Hendrick cars here. Because she's already ran very solid part-time, I mean, as well with that win at Portland. Could have been a win or a top 5, top 10 at Nashville today. Indianapolis, she didn't really get a chance to run good there, I would say, either. But yeah, she's ran very well, though, in most of the races, though. So she's been able to really find her way to the front. Also, she did start about 20 in the National day, too. And I was actually, me and her were running through the field early on that race, so we ended up in the top 5 for a long time in that race today. But yeah, it was a really fun race, and I think Lexi definitely already, as one of the newer drivers, showing to be really good here. And just really waiting to see what all these other newer drivers can do as well. Carl I.C., Grant Green, looks like Joshua Bartlett. I feel like Joshua could do good in the series here. Unfortunately, the petty RPM cars or petty RPM cars are not really rated that great on the car ratings. But they can still, they're still in their solid driver ratings. Even Alex Hartman, Kara's back here too right now. I figure she running a little bit more solid. And I was not surprised Ivy back here, Grant Green. I figured Davey a little bit more in the back here. Some of the races, especially Carl I.C. too. And I don't know why games have a bad frame drop. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so we're currently 30 laps here in Atlanta. And we should be having pit stops near lap 50, as Caleb Campbell is the race leader. Looks like someone having an issue here. Gracie Bartlett is blowing up here. So yeah, it was like it's a 6 car having an issue here. That's going to slow up Lexi Fraser there. 6 car in trouble. Lap 42. So yeah, I kind of wait till this moment to get back on broadcast, because I remember in a race, the 6 car DNF under an accident. There's no accident game. Why are you saying accident when her car's had an accident on itself here? But yeah, looks like 6 car blowing up here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I think Caleb's coming there. Yes, Caleb is still easily in the lead. Gracie Bartlett in trouble as the 6 car has lost his engine. Now she's going to be parked on the track right there. And I think the car's teleport back to pit road, and she will be out of the race, unfortunately. You know, man, Gracie, I would, like I think I said earlier in the race, I expect her to be a dark horse contender for a title. Well, not a great starter for her here in the COT season, as Caleb Campbell still leads, and we have pit stops coming up. Alright, back here at Atlanta now. So yeah, Caleb Campbell in the race lead, so we just saw Gracie had her DNF for her engine troubles there, it looks like. And yeah, so Caleb Campbell, he is playing the pit on lap 50 here. I think the rest of the field, they'll pit a little bit later in the race here. Still around a similar time here. I think the field window was close to 60-ish laps here at Atlanta. But yeah, Caleb Campbell currently in the race lead. And ever since he got to lead on like lap 3 or 4, he is just dominating the race here. That's why I haven't really talked a lot this whole race. It was mainly just me giving the little rant about the Cup Race Nashville Day, just because that race had just ended earlier. But yeah, Caleb Campbell just dominating Atlanta once again. Like I said, you know, just unbeaten so far here this year on this Atlanta. You know, he probably could have been undefeated on the other 2 Atlanta tracks, but he kind of let Jace get away with that Cup win at Road Atlanta. We do run Road Atlanta here, by the way, too. And then, what was it in the Atlanta 80s track? Caleb could have won the first race there. Then he let Emma Bartlett run away with that one. And then got screwed over in the finale last Friday, and ended up being a championship race and win and championship for Jalen Bales at the end. But yeah, just hopefully Caleb doesn't get any more screwed over like that so far. I mean, he kind of got screwed in Nashville too. Like I said, he was running really good, and there was an unfair pit road penalty. But I mean, Caleb still kind of came back from the penalty, and then just couldn't really get up there at the end of the day there. And then Emma Bartlett got messed up too, and Emma should have won that race as well today. Once again, like I said earlier. But anyway, it's a new race. So anyway, we'll have another new race next week at Darlington, and hopefully that one goes good there at Darlington in the Southern 500. I might rerun some throwbacks too. Actually, I know I might rerun the 12 cars. Maybe, I don't know yet. But yeah, since Caleb is coming down pit road here as the race leader, Eli Johnson will take over the race lead now once again. And the 48 on pit road, and I'll go say this too, I was being very careful going into the pit road here because I wasn't sure how this car would react going down pit road. But yeah, Caleb Campbell in the race has led a lot of this race today in this one. Yeah, look, just goes so slow to the pit stall there. He's going to easily make it. He just didn't want to mess up there. As you still have basically a whole chunk of the field still battling for position. This is how current day Atlanta looks with most of the NASCAR field. And then you somehow got a whole entire breakaway of leaders here on the track. So it's like old Atlanta and new Atlanta at the same time. And far back to Lexi actually is now falling back to this group here after getting stuck behind Gracie there with her engine troubles. Yes, Caleb has hit pit road now. Eli John's currently in race lead, and we'll wait to see if there's any more pit road action going on here as Caleb Campbell should be back on the track here in a moment, or he should be back on the track already. And goes to spectator on this one. Yeah, there's a 48 getting out right there. He's gonna be in the hornet's nest of cars too, actually. I'm already getting to work past some of these cars here. So, yeah, they should be pitting soon. I think Rick Johnson's going to be first to go down pit road. But, yeah, I was going to wait to see who all goes. Yep, there goes Rick. And Braden C. Another fun fact, too, while we're just chilling around for the moment. So the race that I ran today in Nashville actually I think is the longest race I've had in the game, time-wise, with the, I think, qualifying to race there. Ended up being about an hour and 22 minutes. Darlington usually gets to be about an hour, and the Goodview race this year will be about an hour as well. I will go ahead and say, too, Darlington next week will be like the Southern 500 link for the full 30%. So that race could be longer. It might be the longest YouTube video. Oh, and there was a wreck. Did I just miss the wreck while talking? Yeah, I did. So Trinity Wells goes around here, I think it was, and we are under caution here at Atlanta. So, fun fact here, I completely forgot this is when the wreck happened here in the race, and I started talking about Darlington, how long it might be next week on the YouTube recording. But, yeah, so, as Caleb was trying to pass cars, and AI cars not letting him get above them, so he figured, hey, if you're going to go pit road, you might be screwed having to go wait another lap. Well, Trinity Wells was not waiting another lap, and, yeah, Caleb and her got together, and yeah, Trini spins into the wall, right into Connor Little. Cameron Perkins involved as well. Riley Pope gets some damage. William Bales, ooh, a big hit from LaTanya Gray on Riley Pope there too. And you know, the most recent Atlanta NASCAR Cup race in real life, which I was at, had a big one almost like this in turn 4. And yeah, Trini just let herself get wrecked there by Caleb after he was trying to pass her before she went on pit road. And you know, Caleb said, hey, you didn't let me pass you in time, so I'm still going to go by you. And if not, I'm just going to wreck you. And now just causing the caution during the entire pit cycle. And messes the field up, just like he had a mess up with the field at Nashville today. But yeah, so Trini was the first one to get messed up here in the wreck. And I bet these AI cars not get penalized when they went down pit road too, by the way, like Caleb did at Nashville under the caution. But, yeah, so, Connor Little got damage in this one here, the 11 car. He was the first one hit Trini after she spun through the wall. And we'll get some more of the onboards here, who all wrecked into who here before we get back going. Perkins. Cameron running through flying today, too. I think Cameron's another car going stretch for this title. Caitlin Felicio, some damage here on the back end of her car. Then, I think, Riley Pope, he had some big hit here, too. And right there, Little. And then, yeah, LaTanya Gray getting his hit right there. And I'll go watch LaTanya here on this one on 56 car. At the, excuse me, I gave Riley Pope the biggest hit. Right there. And one more thing, so we'll watch Lexi here as the field wrecks out turn 4 here, Orlando. We get back green here. Alright, now we're at 1 to green here for the next restart. So, Kirsten Corby will be in the race lead. And fun fact, or just to let y'all know, I think the top 3 cars have not pitted yet, so they'll probably end up pitting on the restart or coming to the green flag. Yeah, Carly C in second, Grant Green in third, Cam Spinner in fourth, Eli Johnson, Jace Turner, Nia Ferris, Jalen Turner, then the running order's not right too, by the way. I think Alex had pitted too, Megan Bell. Emma Bartlett, also Emma some back damage. Her and Caleb got together underneath the caution there, just... You know, I ran into Emma, too, in Nashville after we both got screwed over in some of the wrecks there. And, yeah, Caleb and Emma ran each other here as well in this one. Then rest field here, and Caleb, then got Kira and Alex, who just pitted William Bounds as well. But Kirtan Corby, he will lead us back to the green flag here, lot number 59. And, hey, maybe a first Atlanta win for him today, but like I said, he might have to pit still. So I think the 29-7-43 did not work their strategy out right. So they all might screw up here at the end of this race. But yeah, as we're getting down to the end of this way, Atlanta, just a little under 30 laps to go, about 24 to go maybe on the restart. And yeah, Carrington will lead us off here, and we'll get back green here coming up here in a moment. Alright, coming back green here. So Kirtan leads to the green flag. We're back race here, Atlanta. Like I said, those top 3 might need to pit here on the next lap because they've not done their pit stop yet for the race. And yeah, maybe Spinner or somebody that will end up getting to the lead here on the restart. Oh yeah, they definitely will be pitting. They're all on the bottom lane now. Yeah, there you go. So Carl C, Kirtan, and Grant all pitting. And Eli Johnson Spinner going at it for the lead. Looks like Cam Spinner will lead this lap here in Atlanta now on lap 60. So just over 20 laps to go in this one. And here's the rest of your field right running through. Caleb will try to get through some field here with right there with Nick Owens in the 18. Jalen Bell right here in number 5. Then Lexi in the 24. And Caleb Bell making it 4 wide. Caleb is trying to go places, some damage on that 48 car. That 48 is still looking really fast. Brady C does have to pass a lot in this race, but Caleb, he's really been the strongest car all race too. You're not really needing to draft a lot here in this one. Fun fact, actually, all 400 cars are all running right here as well, by the way. We're just over 20 laps to go here as Spinner is currently leading. There's your guys who did not pit getting off pit road right now, and we will be getting to 5 months in this race. I'm not going to go anywhere for now. Gonna let y'all watch spectator view as Cam Spinner leads Nia Ferris here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Yeah, here comes Caleb again, just cue the Jaws theme here. This one. Also, too, looking at the top 10 for the Cup Championship right now. So the top 3 are 7 points within each other. Jalen, Jace, and Emma. Caleb is in 4th with 16 back, so I was going to say, too, I did take some of those points back on that penalty. I took half the penalty away. Because, you know, I was a little hard on myself, too, about all the stuff happening in that race. I was like, hey, you know what, just make the 50 penalty like it was supposed to be. Kate Summers, in turn, got a 50-point penalty as well, funny enough, and she fell to 17th in the standings from, like, 13. And, yeah, Kirtan's now 13th, actually. He passed Cam Spinner, with Spinner having some struggles this race today. Yeah, Megan Bell, she's up to 5th with that win, under 20 points behind. Brady C is just 23 back. And Jet Turner is the first driver, about a race back, so the bottom out of the top 5. They're once again kind of a race out of the championship as Cale Campbell goes to the lead here at Atlanta. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And this Jeep should be interesting too to see who's going to contend. So we do run Watkins Glen next. That'll probably be a hard race for me, and I will say too, Darlington's going to be a hard race for me in the Cup Series next week too. Yeah, I don't have the rest of the schedule fully remember just right now, but yeah, it should be a fun run to the end of the season here. But we'll get kind of lots here in a few moments here from Atlanta, as Caleb Campbell is back in the race lead. Yeah, that 48 car is gone now. I'm regretting stuff I post after the race, so I know so I was worth 10 to go here in Atlanta. So I actually wrote down all the first time winners, and I want to post on my Instagram earlier. Instead of writing Kylie Markham, I put Kyle Markham on accident. Yeah, so Kylie's first career win still does count in Rockingham, although I haven't counted for Taylor Mills right now. Just, noting who I got first career wins, stuff like that, basically. So, yeah, in the Cup so far, Kylie Markham, Jed Turner, Gracie Bartlett, Anaya Ferris, Joshua Bartlett, Kaylin Felicio, Karatin Corby, Alexis Fraser, and Megan Bell have all won a Cup race. 9 first-time winners in Cup. Yeah, it's been an insane year in Cup, but, yeah, as we're getting in this race here, Caleb's still leading here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I don't think there's really much of a challenge from the field. And, speaking of Alexi here, I was kind of looking at the CRI roster for next year, too. She's actually up in the top 10 now. I think she was about to get there and hopefully challenge for the win. The 24 kind of falling back a little bit right now, it looks like. But yeah, now like she's up here too in the field. Emma Barlett too. She's running good. And Emma, she is actually low key kind of solid here at Atlanta too, I will say. So yeah, running pretty good here. But yeah, right now Caleb Campbell looking to hold strong here in the final few laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Alright, getting down to 5 laps here, Atlanta now. So yeah, Kale's still in the lead here. Really nothing much going on. That's why I'm not trying to commentate too hard in this race, by the way. But yeah, while I'm working on some of the stuff for next year. So I know I said in one of the last videos. Usually I repeat a lot of stuff I do say. So what I'm thinking for next year with running a secondary series of Xfinity cars, I'll have all the Cup teams run one part-time car, where the Cup drivers can go down and run that car. And if teams want to, they can also run a part-time car in Cup for the Xfinity cars too. That's really the best way I would allow, like, for... Because I don't want to be where the Cup drivers are barred from running Xfinity because they're in Cup. Don't want to be like that because they could either still run very good in the Xfinity race or run bad. And then run good in Cup or run whatever. But, yeah, I just don't want them to be barred from that series. And I still want to let them have the opportunity to run races. So, yeah, I'm going to let the Cup drivers run races. So, I'll let the teams mostly run, like, part-time cars. So, like, Bar Race have one for the Bartlett. For the Turners, we'll probably have one. But I don't really have a driver for them. Evergreen will likely get a driver since that Toyota group, which you can kind of tell, will likely have a night affairs with them. So I'll probably have Ivy run a Toyota Xfinity car next year. And yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I have some of the drivers listed down, but I don't know who's really going to go where just yet in the Xfinity series. So like with my team, like I just said, probably have like Lexi running because she's the least experienced of the group on CRI cars. You know, she has one compared to Trinity and Cup. But yeah, I think she'll run that one since Trinity ran more Cup race. She'll run the running Cup. Like Caitlin Cleesto could either run Cup or Xfinity. I mean, Kiera will probably run Xfinity. Alex Hardman will likely end up running a Cup. And you know, fun fact too, I'll probably end up getting his son in the series eventually, whenever he's old enough. He's old. He's like 2 years off, I think, right now. But anyway, as we're near the end of this one here, Atlanta Motor Speedway, working lap 80 right now, so 3 laps to go. Caleb in lead, Anaya running second here, Eli Johnson third. Yeah, good runs for these two, actually. I'll go ahead and say good runs for them to start off this season. Cam Spinner, good run for him, as well as Megan Bell's in the wall back there. Gracie Bartlett, another strong run for her. She could be going for her second career title in this series here this season. Jace Turner, and then Jet Turner. All 3 Turners running up here pretty solid. And Lexi's back up here as well in the final few laps here in this one. And, yeah, Jalen Bales, who won the 96 title, back to 18th right now. So not good in for this race or William. And they want to go for the championship. It's Caleb Campbell, who has 21 career championships in the CRL overall. He has dominated race day too, but I mean, this is also his home track too, so no surprise as well. Caleb has always dominated at Atlanta in anything he's ran in. So coming to the white flag, this time by Caleb Campbell, just another very strong performance. You know, this is a drafty Atlanta, but you know, it's in 2003. It still makes it like old Atlanta a little bit. But yeah, Caleb Campbell just able to run the lines that he can run better than the AI. And just run away with this one here day on the last lap. And just another great performance by the Lone Ranger. Dominant run day by Caleb. Go 3-4 for the final time. And Caleb Campbell will get another Atlanta win. And another season opener win. As he will open up the second COT season a winner. Caleb Campbell dominates here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As the rest of you will pass on by here on the racetrack. Caleb Campbell, winner here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Great run by him here in this one today. And, yeah, just another dominant win by Caleb here in this one. But, yeah, so Caleb finished off the Truck Series season, winning the championship here. And, yeah, like I said, won the Atlanta race. Jace Turner giving him a little bump right there at the end. And, yeah, Caleb just dominated once again. And we're going to see some burnouts here as Caleb dominates here at home. And he's currently undefeated at home here in the COT season. And while he's doing the burnout, I'm actually going to record it for my Snapchat here and stuff, so I can actually post the burnout, and this will be posted the day before the actual race. But you know, ain't nobody going to pay attention, though, so. got Caleb burning down here at Landmark Speedway with the race win today. And like I said, just unbeaten at home, 3-0 at Atlanta Motor Speedway this year so far. Can he make it 4-0 in the Cup Series? We will find out when we get to the start of the final 3 weeks. Race 30 here on the season. And of course, next year, this track will be the finale as well for the Cup Series. Anyway, let's go get the results here as the car just disappeared from the game. Well, at least something good did happen here for Caleb in the last few days on the game with the win here in Atlanta today. And yeah, just a dominant victory by that 48 team. Anaya, good run for her in second. Eli third. Cancer in fourth. Jace Turner, your top 5. Jace could be another dark horse for a championship. He could be looking for his 5th career title by the end of the season as well. Emma Bartlett, Jet Turner, Jalen Turner, Nick Owens, Lexi Frazier, all your top 10 here at the end of this race today. Ain't a good job to Lexi there because she was in the back early on this race. Looked like she was able to get through the field. Got through some field at the end. I thought she was going to be able to go for the win. But yeah, unfortunately, it did not happen there. But I think she'll get some wins here in that 24 car in this season. Just watch out for her. Yeah, the Rick Johnson, Megan Bell, your most recent Cup winner now. Caitlin Clisio, Kara Strickland, Alex Hartman, Bracy, William Bounds, Jalen Bounds, Josh Barlett, and Ivan Noble, your top 20. Then, yeah, everybody else just ended up being a lap down with the wreck or just horrible pit strategy. Kira to Corby, Carly C, Grant Green, all lap down from their horrid pit strat. Then Cameron Perkins, Trini Wells, Riley Pope, Carlin, Ty and Gray all wrecked out. Then Grace Ball had an engine issue early on in the race. So that'll basically do it here for the first race of the COT series. Of course, I'll have most of the rest of these races posted on my little post here on the YouTube channel. That's usually how I have these races shared out for everyone to see. Or whoever wins normally. I don't really post this series along my social media. It's mainly the Cup series that gets a lot of the limelight there. But anyway, thank you for watching the race we did all the way through. And like I said, next week will be Darlington. I will be running that race next Monday and getting the recording done Monday night. So I have the race out Tuesday before work. And I hope that's going to be a fun final race here at my house. And hopefully I don't get screwed over that race to or DNF in that one. Because like I said, last race at my house, I want to at least have a good run or go for the win. But anyway, once again, thank you for watching once again. This is Cape Race League signing out. And I'll see y'all in the next one.